Hello students, welcome back to the next class. Hope you have understood the last class. In the previous class we have discussed about simple random sampling. So if you are using the probability sampling method under some conditions where every unit have equal probability, that is considered as a simple random sampling. So in simple random sampling we have studied two types. The first one is simple random sampling without replacement and simple random sampling with replacement. Without replacement means we are not going to replace the drawn unit again for the next draw, and with replacement means we are going to replace the unit before the next draw. Now we will see what are the different methods for drawing the simple random sample. So simple random sample drawing method is dependent on the type of the data, objective, and also the method and also the size of the populations. So depending on those, there are two methods of drawing the simple random sampling. The first one is lottery method. First one is lottery method and the second one is random number method. Random numbers table method. So first method is lottery method. So it is very familiar to everyone. We all know about the lottery method. That is, suppose if you have a population of size 100. So what you do is, you will write all the 100 numbers on a piece of paper. You will cut all the pieces of papers. That means if you have 100 units, you will cut the 100 slips of papers and make sure that all the slips are of same size, same shape and same color. So if they all are same, then only there will be an equal probability of drawing the sample. So you will create 100 slips, each of same size, same shape and same color. And all these slips you will fold it and insert in a bag or box. You will place all the slips in a bag or a box and a blindfold selection is made to draw the sample. Suppose if you want a sample of size 20, you will take each slip from a bag and draw the sample. If it is without replacement, you will not replace those slips. If it is with replacement, we will replace that slip into the bag again. So this is lottery method. So whenever you have a large population, this lottery method is, though it is simple, but it is a time consuming process. It takes a lot of time. If it is 100 sample size of 100 means it is okay. But whenever you have a large sample, it takes a large time or it takes more time for writing all the slips and all. So this is the main drawback of lottery method. Coming to the random numbers table. So random numbers table means you will have a table or a book where you have different random numbers. Random numbers means in your calci also we will be getting random numbers, right? When you use the key rand hash, you will get some random numbers. They will be assigned randomly. Similarly like that, some random numbers will be obtained from that table. Suppose if your population size is from up to 99, that is from 00 to 99. So you have total 99 units in your population, right? That means all are 2-digit numbers. So if you want to draw a sample, you need the 2-digit numbers only. So for this case, you will select a table, random number table, where the numbers are between 00 and 99. Similarly, if your population is of size 100 to 999. So here you have 3 digits, right? So you will select a sample, you will select a random table in such a way, in that table there will be a 3-digit numbers. So by selecting those numbers, we will draw a sample. For example, suppose I am considering a population of size 80. So I have a population of size 80. That means I have to check the table of 2 digits, that is 00 to 99. So I will select that table and from that table I will draw some. Now I want a sample of size sample of 5. So I will select from 00 to 99. I'll select 5 numbers. Suppose the odd numbers may be these are the 5 numbers. If I pick randomly the numbers from this table, I may getting these numbers. So if you observe, my sample is of size 80 only. But here I got the number 90, which is not included in the population. So what you do in this case means, you will remove that 90 and again you will draw one more number until you get a number between 0 and 80. So next time you will remove that 90 and you will draw some other number you will be getting. So this is all about random tables. So there are different tables available. So we'll see what are those different tables now. So these are the different random number tables available to us. The first one is Tippett's random number table. It was given in 1927 and it consists of total 10,400 4 digits numbers. So it all consists of only 4 digits numbers, that are 10,400. Next is Fisher's and Yates random number table. It was given in 1938 and it is mostly used in the agricultural field or the biological field, which consists of 15,000 digits. Next is Kendall's and Babington table, Smith's table, which is given in 1939 and it consists of total 1 lakh digits. And the last one is, and in this Kendall's table, these 1 lakh digits are grouped as 4 sets where each set consists of 25,000 numbers. Next is Rand Corporation. So this is the mostly widely used table, that is Rand Corporation, which consists of the 2 lakh numbers and that are of 5 digits. So Rand Corporation, it consists of 5 digits numbers which are 2 lakhs. Now we'll see, now we'll go into the theorems. Now we'll go to the theorems. First we'll do the theorems for simple random sampling without replacement. So you will have separate theorems for simple random sampling without replacement and with replacement. So all the theorems are very important. So for these theorems, first you need to learn some notations. First we'll see what are the notations we'll use in the theorems for simple random sampling without replacement. So first, let the population be capitals. Always the population are represented with capital Y's and the sample values are represented with small y's. Suppose y1, y2, so on, yn are the population values. These are the population values, and what is the size of the population? This capital N. Capital N is the size of population. Similarly, smalls. If you write small y1, y2, y3, y1, y2, so on, yn. Always the sample size is denoted with small n. So here sample size is small n. So in your theorems also you should be very careful while writing the capitals and smalls. Always the capital letters denotes the population and the small letters denotes the sample. Now first one is population mean. Population mean. So you are writing mean for the population, so you will use capital Y. So mean is denoted with Y bar and we will write yn bar. As the notation, there should be no confusion between the population and sample. We will be writing as Y capital N bar. So what is the formula for mean? 1 by n. That is here the size of population. That is capital N. 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to capital N yi. All the population values only. So this is the population mean. Next is sample mean. So sample mean, it is denoted with small yn bar and it is equals to 1 by n, that is small n, summation I equals to 1 to small n yi. So here you are writing the sample mean in terms of sample values only. You can also write the sample mean in terms of population values. So by using the formula yn bar equals to 1 by small n summation I equals to 1 to capital N ai into capital Yi. So here the formula changes. You will use the summation I equals to 1 to capital N because you are converting the sample values into population values, and in place of small yi you will write ai into capital Yi. So here ai takes two values, that is ai takes the values 1 and 0. So it takes value 1 if the ith unit is included in the sample. If this ith value is included in the sample, you will take the ai value as 1. So if your ith unit is not included in the sample, then you will take 0. So this ai is a binary value which takes the values 1 and 0. When you will take 1 if that ith unit is included in the sample, and you will take 0 if the ith unit is not included in the sample. So whenever you are converting your sample mean in terms of population values, you will use this formula, or generally we will use this formula. Only for the conversion purpose we will use this formula. And the next formula is population mean square. Population mean square. So population mean square means for variance you will use 1 by n, and population mean square you will use 1 by n minus 1. So population mean square, it is denoted with capital S square and is given as S square equals to 1 by n minus 1 summation I equals to 1 to capital N yi minus y bar, that is yn bar whole square. So this is the formula for population mean square. So if you simplify it, you will get it as 1 by n minus 1 as it is, summation also write it down as it is. Now expand this term. This is in the form of a minus b whole square. You will get a square, that is yi square, plus b square, that is yn bar square, minus 2 into yi into yn bar. So after this, multiply summation inside. 1 by n minus 1 summation I equals to 1 to n yi square plus summation I equals to 1 to n yn bar square minus 2 into yn bar summation I equals to 1 to n yi. So next step is you will write 1 by n minus 1 as it is. This one also as it is, that is summation I equals to 1 to n yi square as it is. If you observe here you have yn bar. The summation is I equals to 1 to n. There are no I values to substitute the summation. So in total there are capital N values. So in place of summation I can write directly capital N. So capital N into yn bar square minus 2 into yn bar as it is. And what is the formula for yn bar? Yn bar is 1 by n summation yi. So from this, what will be the summation yi value? This n will be coming to this side. You will get n into yn bar. So in place of summation yi, I can write n into yn bar. Now multiply 1 by n minus 1 inside, you will get 1 by n minus 1, or you can keep it like that only. Summation I equals to 1 to n yi square as it is, plus n into yn bar square also as it is, and if you observe here, you will get minus 2n into yn bar is yn bar square. So if you observe these two terms, it is 2n into yn bar square, it is n into y bar square. So minus 2 plus 1, you will get minus, which is equals to s square equals to 1 by n minus 1 summation I equals to 1 to n yi square as it is, minus 2 plus 1, it is minus n into yn bar square. So this is a simplified formula for the population mean square. What we do is, you will apply a minus b whole square formula, and by simplification you will get the mean square formula. So similarly, we can write it for the sample also. So next is sample mean square. So this sample mean square, it is denoted with small s square. Population means you will write capital, sample means you will write small. So small s square equals to 1 by, same formula, in place of capital N you will write small n. 1 by n minus 1 summation I equals to 1 to n small yi minus y bar whole square. So on simplification we will get the same value, that is s square equals to what we have here, 1 by capital N minus 1. So here you will get 1 by small n minus 1 bracket of summation I equals to 1 to small n yi square, that is small yi square minus small n into yn bar square. So this is a simplified formula for the sample mean square. Next is, if you have summation I equals to 1 to 3, I am taking an example, yi whole square. So if you have this term, summation I equals to 1 to 3 yi means it is y1 plus y2 plus y3 whole square. So summation, it is ranging from 1 to 3. So you will write y1 plus y2 plus y3 whole square. So this is in the form of a plus b plus c whole square. What is a plus b plus c whole square? A square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. So you will get it as y1 square plus y2 square plus y3 square plus 2y1 y2 plus 2y2 y3 plus 2y1 y3. So this is a formula for summation I equals to 1 to n yi whole square. This on simplification, how can we write? Here you have y1 plus y2 plus y3. So if you have pluses, you can write directly summation, right? The summation I equals to 1 to 3 yi square. This is y1 square plus y2 square plus y3 square. So if you write in terms of summation, you will get summation I equals to 1 to 3 yi square plus this term you write as it is 2y1 y2 plus 2y2 y3 plus 2y1 y3. Next is, we will do simplification. Now I am considering some double summation I not equals to j till n yi yj. So I am considering this term where I is not equals to j. So how can you write this one? First summation j equals to 2 comma 3. First y1 as it is and yj values will be 2 and 3. Next summation plus summation j equals to 2, 3 are finished. So here y1 is finished. Next you will write y2 and the j values will be 1, 3. Next plus summation. Here I'll write it next time. Plus summation. y2 is finished. So you will write y3, yj, where j equals to, here 3 we have already written. So you will write 1, 2. So if you expand this one, what you will get here? Apply the summation. y1 as it is. Next to j value, what you are writing? y2. So y1, y2 plus summation means you will do addition, right? So y1 next to j value is 3. So y1, y3 plus next value also as it is. y2 as it is. J value is, first you apply 1. So you get y1 plus y2 as it is. In place of j, write 3. So you get y3 plus here y3 as it is. In place of j, first I will write 1. So y1 plus y3 as it is. In place of j, I will write 2. So I will get y2. If you observe these terms, y1, y2, here also y1, y2. This can be written as 2y1, y2 plus again y1, y3 and here you have y3, y1. This can be written as 2y1, y3 plus again y2, y3, here y3, y2. This can be written as 2y2, y3. So this is the value of double summation I not equals to j till n yi, yj. If you observe, here you have this term. So in place of this term, I can directly write double summation I not equals to j yi, yj. So this summation I equals to 1 to n, I equals to 1 to n yi whole square. If you have whole square, you can write it as summation I equals to 1 to n. Here we are writing for 3 terms. If you are writing n terms, we will get up to n. yi square plus this term. In place of 2y1, y2, this term, I can write, if I take 3 values, I will get only 3. If I take up to n values, I will get n values. Summation I not equals to j up to n. So here I am taking only 3 values. If you consider n values, that can be written overall as up to n. So this is the simplified formula for summation I equals to 1 to n yi whole square. So in the theorems, wherever you find the value, in place of this value, you will write summation yi square. There is a difference between these two terms. This is after summation you are doing the squares. Here for the square values you are doing the summation. So be careful while writing. So you will get summation yi square plus double summation I not equals to j yi, yj. So this is the value we are going to use. So from this if I want only double summation I not equals to j yi, yj value. If I want only yi, yj value, I will send this term to the left side so that I will get summation I equals to 1 to n yi whole square. If this positive terms goes to that side, it will become negative, that is minus summation I equals to 1 to n yi square. Don't get confused. Once if you solve this one, you will be getting all the values. So make sure while sending the notes, I will send all the notations. So you prepare your notes by yourself. Once do all the notations by yourself. Now we will go to the first theorem in SRSWOR. So we will go now to the first theorem in SRSWOR. So the first theorem is in SRSWOR, the sample mean is unbiased estimator of population mean. So the sample mean is unbiased estimator for population mean. So unbiased estimator means the expected value of any statistic is equal to the parameter value. we have learned in the estimation theory, that is fourth sem, expectation of statistic value is equal to parameter. Then the statistic is said to be unbiased estimator for this parameter. So what they are asking? They are asking to prove that sample mean in SRS WOR. So what is sample mean SRS WOR? Y and W. This is unbiased estimator. So that means expected value of the sample mean equals to population mean. So population mean is denoted with Y n bar. So this is the first theorem we are going to prove now. So first write down the sample mean value. The sample mean in SRS WOR is given as, so what is the sample mean formula? Y n bar equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n yi. So this is the one formula, and we also have the second formula. So what is the second formula? We are going to write the sample values in terms of the population values. So that is y n bar equals to 1 by n as it is. Summation will be changing from I equals to 1 to capital N because we are converting it into population values. AI into capital YI. What is the AI value? AI equals to 1 if ith unit is in sample. So if you are including, you will get 1. If you are not including, you will get 0. Now consider yn bar value, that is yn bar equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to capital N AI into capital YI. Now I want expectation of small yn bar, right? So take summation on both sides. Sorry, take expectation on both the sides. Take expectation on both sides. So if you take expectation, what you will get? Here expectation of yn bar equal to, in the right hand side also, expectation of 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to capital N AI into yi. So expectation of a constant is always a constant. So write all the constant values. Write all the constant values outside the expectation. So what are the constant values? 1 by n is a constant, so write it outside expectation, and summation is also a constant, I equals to 1 to capital N. So you write expectation of AI and yi is also a constant, you write outside it. Now I have to find the expectation of AI value. So what is AI? AI consists of only two values. So if you write in the form of a distribution table, you will get it as AI and you will write the probabilities also. What are the two possible values of AI? One is 1 and another is 0. So 1 means it is included in the sample. So when it is included in the sample, in simple random sampling without replacement, we have discussed in the yesterday's definition also, the probability will be small n by capital N. The probability that a unit is included in the sample in SRS WOR is small n by capital N. So this will be the probability for I equals to 1. Next I want probability for I equals to AI equals to 0. Total probability will be 1, right? So already you got this value as n by n. So the remaining probability will be 1 minus n by n. So this is the table for the AI probabilities. Now we know that what is the expectation formula? If you have expectation of x, this expectation of x, if you have a discrete, this is a discrete equation, right? You have only two values. So whenever it is a discrete, so summation over I, x into p of x. Now I want expectation of ai value. So expectation of ai means summation over ai into p of ai. So first, what is the first ai value? 1. So 1 into probability of ai plus 0, that is probability of a1, and 0 into probability of a. Next, 1 into, what is the probability of ai? At 1, it is small n by capital N plus 0 into 1 minus n by n. So 0 into anything is 0 only. Therefore, the probability of ai value, expectation of ai value will become small n by capital N. So this is the ai value we need to substitute in this equation. So name this equation as 1 and this equation as 2. Now substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Substitute 2 in 1. So if you substitute 2 in 1, what you will get? Expectation of yn bar equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to capital N as it is. Expectation of ai value is small n by capital N into capital yi. Now if you observe here, small n and small n gets cancelled. The left out value will be only 1 by capital N summation I equals to 1 to capital N yi. If you observe, this is the formula for population mean. That is expectation of yn bar equals to, this is the formula for population mean, yn bar. Since yn bar equals to 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n yi. Now you got the required proof, right? Expectation of small n bar equals to capital yn bar. Very simple theorem and easy theorem. First is you need to write the sample mean value. What is the sample mean value? 1 by n summation I equals to 1 to n by I, or you want the answer in terms of population. So you are converting your smalls, that is sample values, to the population values. So we will use the formula yn bar equals to 1 by n summation ai into capital yi. So you are converting and the summation will also change, I equals to 1 to capital N. Now what is the ai value? It takes a binary values, that is 1 and 0. If ith unit is included, the value will be 1. If the ith unit is not included in the sample, the value will be 0. Now for this yn bar, for this equation, you need to apply expectation on both the sides. So after applying expectations, write all the constant values outside the expectation and you need to find the expectation of ai. So for this, draw the table, frequency table of ai's and probability of ai's. ai takes only two values, so you will write those values 1 and 0. So in SRS WOR, the probability of ith unit selected in the sample is small n by capital N. And the remaining probability will be 1 minus of this probability. So substitute these values and find the expectation value. Whatever the expectation value you are getting, substitute in the equation 1. And small n and capital N gets cancelled. After that you will be left out with only 1 by capital N summation I equals to 1 to n yi. So this is nothing but the population mean formula, that is equals to yn bar. So this is the first theorem. So remaining theorems we will be learning in the next class. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this theorem and practice it